Welcome to the cheapest ex-police BMW G31 in the world. Today we're tackling the interior, because for a 6 years old car it looks worse than my 30 years old E36. Headliner holes, filth and police scars everywhere, but we are fixing it all. If you're new around here, here's a quick recap. We rescued this poor G31 from the depths of depreciation, fixed a massive coolant leak, upgraded the oil filter housing, ripped out about 100 miles of leftover police wiring, and plugged all the roof holes left behind from the police antennas. So now it only leaks in some places. If you haven't seen those episodes, check the pinned comment for all the chaos. Right, enough talking, now let's roll the cinematic and make this interior look less criminal. I think it's a good idea to start working on the headliner. What I'll do first, I'll wipe it all up with alcohol, and because I know if I start peeling this factory foam and fabric, it will leave a lot of mess behind it, and plus the suede I bought is just suede with no foam behind, so this is why I decided just to stick it on top of the already existing roof liner material. But first I need to degrease it really well, and I'll wipe it clean with alcohol and brand new microfiber cloths. There are two reasons why I don't just want to paint this on top and call it a day. First thing is the headliner is already ruined, it has holes on it. And second, suede feels and looks way better than this, in my opinion. It will be a bit hard because of all these divots and bumps and whatnot to cover it properly, but we'll give it a good go. Now I will lay the suede on top and roughly cut it to size. Now I'll cut it to get it close to the length I should have it. Okay, so now the suede is cut roughly to length. I'll leave it resting like this for a while, and hopefully this crest from shipping will start disappearing. It will look really nice if I'm able to pull this off. Okay, now it's time to do the headliner. To be honest, I was a bit afraid to start doing it because I never done such thing. But after watching 2.5 YouTube videos, I think I'm pro in this now, and we'll see how it goes. I'll show if I win or fail. The suede have been sitting on the headliner like this for 3-4 days, and now you can no longer see the deep crest, so hopefully it will stick nice and straight. Stay tuned to see how we're gonna get on. Okay, so the idea is you spray both sides, the headliner and the fabric, with spray glue. This is what I'll use. I know there are better brands out there, but this is what I have and I'll use it. I have 3 cans of that. It says heavy duty, so hopefully it's really strong. And I'll work in small areas, let's say 20 centimeters or 10 inches alongside the short bit. Spray it evenly, stick it, wait for it to cure, then moving slowly forward until we stick the whole thing in. Right, so I laid the first bit out now, and to be honest, that was super intimidating when I saw how fast the glue gets sticky, and I was afraid that once I peel it off it will never stick again, but that's not the case, thankfully. You can unpeel it and peel it back in a few times before it's permanently stuck, and this material is more stretchy than I thought, because look at how clean I made this king here. The fabric wants to wrinkle and stretch different ways. I had to make few stress relief cuts to be able to pull it, because it starts wrinkling when you go in such extreme angles like here, like this one here. But to be honest, I'm surprised how look it good so far. Nothing is sagging, It's nice, it's making these nice shapes, you know, that's super cool. Let's see how we're gonna get on with the rest of it, because it's getting way more intrigued towards the front, because you have the door handles here and two more in front where the sun visors are. I've put this cardboard when I flipped it over to not spray over the fabric on the top, because obviously you want to spray it only on the from underneath. But so far so good. Let's crack on with the rest of it. I'll make my way down this way and we'll go slowly but steady. Right, so and now it doesn't look pretty, but this is because I haven't put all the fibers, I haven't combed all the fibers one way, but I think I'm done. All I need to do is flip the headliner over, cut it really close to the edge so I can make relief cuts on the sides and fold it inwards and glue the sides in. But because of this thing here, you have fabric going this way, then fabric going that way, and on this side as well. So at the end I ended up having a big extra fabric, as you can see here. So I made the executive decision and I made a cut here, and after this is completely dry I'll cut it really flush, and there will be just a tiny little line here between the two fabrics. This will be literally behind the window. But to be honest, it was hard, but I think I managed to do it. Looks good. Slight overspray of glue over there. I'll wait for it to cure and just peel it off, I hope. If not, this will be a big whoopsie. But other than that, I think it looks good. Really good. Okay, I flipped the headliner over, and you can see because of pulling the fabric different directions, I had about this much slag on the end, and now look at how close it is to the edge. I won't be able to fold it everywhere, but on most sides I will be able to fold it in. I'll cut it about half an inch, maybe 1 inch around, and I'll fold it over, do relief cuts like this one, and just stick it as best as I can. I'll use a scalpel blade. Let's go. Now take a look at that. This looks so good, man. I would say not bad for my first try. It will look way better after I put all the handles and all the interior trim and lights and whatnot. But I'm really happy how it turned out. What I need to do now is paint all this black and wrap this as well in suede. So we have 4 in total, 2 in front. Actually, no, we have 6 I need to wrap. Yeah, so I have 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the rear. This is the rear one. So yeah, to put the headliner on, I need to put these plastic bits as well to hold it in place. But beige won't go really well with black headliner, so that's why I'm gonna paint all these plastic bits in black. To do that, I'll use this black bumper and trim spray paint. I've used Auto Take in the past and I was happy with the products, so we'll see how it will go with this one. To paint these, I'll sand them with 400 grit sandpaper just to make them rougher, so the paint will stick better to them, and I'll degrease them well with alcohol, and we will see how they'll turn out. Alright, about 20 minutes later, everything is sanded and degreased, ready to be sprayed. I had to stick this screw down there because this has a spring and it wants to spring back. So in each one of them I've put one screw to hold it upright so I can paint inside. And now let's shake the can real well and start spraying. Alright, one coat is done now, and to be honest, this is covering really well. I don't think I'll have to do more than 2 coats to completely cover them all up, but I decided to remove the handles and spray them on a hook like this because I need to go on both sides to spray them properly, and I'll just hang them to cure. But this is curing into really nice, like a satin black color. I would definitely recommend, if you want to do that, to use the same spray because this is really good. It looks really nice. Okay, let's do the second coat and we'll let it cure for the night. Wow, it's the next day now and they're all nice and cured, and look at the finish, how it looks. It's the perfect satin black finish. It's not too shiny, not too dull. I really like how they turned out. Look at that, the color is so good. Look at the handles, mate. Okay, now let's put them on the headliner. Now let's see if this will fit. Oh, and this looks so good already. Let's go for the other one. So, this bit here goes in, then the sides, and then these are the last clips that you need to push down. Wow, that matches so well with the suede. Sweet! Now let's put these side pieces on. I've realized oh my god. I realized that when I close the flops, we got this bit here that it's not sprayed in. So I need to touch this up before I put them on. Not good. But anyway, you live and learn. Next thing I'm gonna put is this microfoam net. You see, this one doesn't have hole in the back, and this one does. So the driver side is this one, the passenger is that one. Because the headliner is upside down, this will be the passenger side. Nice. Right, before I put the headliner though, I need to feed this wire through. This is for the reverse camera I'll be installing on the car, and the wire must get all the way from here because this is where the camera will be. It should go behind this plastic cover, down this channel, in here. I'll follow the factory wires, so it's exiting from here, then it's looping around to go down this way, and then following the line all the way to the front and looping towards the head unit. It will be fun. Okay, so I was able to fit the wire through. I wrapped it in this wiring harness fabric tape, so when it's rubbing to the metal it's not gonna make any noises from vibrations and stuff. So the wire goes down this way, all the way here. You can see it sticking out a little bit from there. It's following the factory wiring harness, and now I zip tied it on the outside. It's going there, along the whole roof. It's quite neat. Right, so I have all my screws handy and the right Torx key, and now let's go to the fun bit, putting the headliner inside the car. How cool is that? Your boot is opening automatically. Okay, here comes nothing. I need to have a wire sticking out from here. Oh, shit. Right. This doesn't feel like one-man job, mate. Bunch of wires. Oh yeah, front is clipped in. Right, now that was a struggle, but hey, persistence pays off. Now this one, that looks so beautiful, man. Okay, then it works. Good. This looks like it's playing here. Yep. And this one. Oop. Right. This works. That works. This as well. Everything works, man. And that looks so good, bro. That goes in like so. Okay, so the central dome light has 2 screws here, and any smart person would go and look back his videos and see what screws were going there. But I just found these 2 and they look like the same size, and it's only 2 of them, so witness mark look the same size, so most likely these are the screws. Oh yeah, 100% these are the screws. Unfortunately, someone before me have tried to remove that with a screwdriver and they damaged this a little bit. But this thing alone is like 200-300 pounds. So I don't feel like replacing it for just a small dings. Looks pretty sick anyway. Another thing I must make sure is that the headliner is stuck behind this rubber bit that's holding it on the sides. So I'll do that all around the whole headliner to secure it even more in place. Yeah, that is so good, man. Now that's really strong. And now I need to put the caps on. Okay, so roof handles are now installed. I'm missing this one though, so I need to buy one and put it on. I need to put this on. This is for the sun visor. Like so. And we have a cap for it somewhere. Where are the caps, man? Did I not take it? Ah, I took them. And we have this cap here that should go in like that. Yeah. And all these bits are holding the headliner even better in place. Like the handles, this thing when I put the other side of the sun visor. And yeah, it looks so good already, man. Look at this. Now I need to upholster these pillars and paint the sun visors, because then I cannot stick the suede to them. But you may notice they have this plastic trim. So this is for the seat belt, and there is that hook over there, and this is not screwed in. It's basically melted in place. That looks like plastic rivet to me. So I suppose this was sticking out like that, and then they just hit it up and slowly pressed it in. I cannot sweat it over it. Well, technically I can, but it will look shit, so I want to do it the proper way. So what I will use is this soldering iron, which will help me to melt this. I will melt them from outside inwards and up, so hopefully I will be able to remove it. I don't think it will be easy, but I think it's doable. The idea is not to cut it completely, the idea is to melt it up so I can later on melt it back down. So I won't go crazy hot on this. This can go up to 450 degrees. Obviously we don't need so much for plastic, because if I use so high heat I'll burn the plastic and even char it, so it will no longer be flexible. So I'll go about 200-ish degrees and we'll see how it goes. I'll adjust the temperature accordingly to see if I'm heating it too much or not enough heat. But let's see if I'll be able to do it or not. Another thing I can do is just fabric paint it, but I think it will look way better if I put suede on it, so that's what we're gonna try to do. To be honest, I'm not sure how well you see it, but because the camera is really tucked in the corner, I don't have much space. But I'll remove this first. Okay, let's try with 120 degrees. It's 120 degrees now. Let's see if this will melt the plastic. Okay, so I need to go higher on that. 120 is not touching it at all, so this should have higher melting temperature. Let's go to 160. Oh, okay, I can see something is happening now. Yeah, something is definitely happening now. Okay, I will go a bit hotter. Let's try 200 degrees. Okay, that's way better. Yeah, 200 degrees. It doesn't seem I'm burning it too much, and I'm moving in good pace. So I suppose this will be it, 200 degrees. And now let's see if we'll be able to free it up from here. Okay, so I was able to remove these. This one came off quite nicely. I only broke one of these clips. So I'll do the same thing to the other one and we'll see if we will be able to do it. Okay, so both trims are now ready to be sueded. And what I've learned, first thing is patience. You need to be really patient if you're gonna do it the same way as I did. Is that the best way to do it? I don't know. That's the only way I came up with. So some people may say just use hot air gun and stuff like that, but I'm afraid if I heat up with hot air this whole back plate, I'll melt this as well, and when I start pulling on it, I'll deform it. That's why I decided to use soldering iron, because it's only heating up the spot I want. But that could be also different ways to do it. I don't know, maybe with very fine nozzle of a hot air gun or something. But this is what I did. It worked somewhat. So let's put the suede on and we'll see if I can put this back on where they should be. Something like that. Yep. What we need to do, clean them all up, degrease them and put the suede on. And after that, put all the plastic bits on these two guys. I've already painted these black. They look nice. So let's crack on. I'll be a bit more generous with the length this time. Right, let's put this aside and rub this bad boy. Okay, now let's see if I'll be able to put these things on. To do that, I need to cut holes where these tabs will go in, and then I'll heat it up from the other side and melt the plastic. pretty much the same way as it was done in factory, but without the same tools. Okay, first thing first, fresh scalpel blade. And now, actually I'll go from the inside out. X-cut is going through. Okay, that's all the way in. Now I'll try first something to see if it will work or not. So I'll heat this bad boy up and I'll try to push from the top and we'll see if this will melt the plastic. It should, in theory. I'm not sure if it will have enough heat in it to melt it, so I'll heat it up to 300 degrees. Okay, let's see. It does work. You can see that it does work. Sweet! Okay, it didn't work 100% on this occasion. So for the other one, I'll use the soldering iron. I think the reason why this didn't work is because I got it too hot. I'll try to heat it up to lower temperature this time when I'm putting this one on. We'll see. I want to make sure that we are all the way in. No way, that looks so good, man. Now take a look at that. Looks so good, man. This is how it looks in the back. All these are melted down and I pulled on it. Feels strong. I'm not sure how good the wear protection of this will be because the belt will be going in and out from there. But strength wise, I think it's really strong. Same thing goes for this. Right, now let's put all this in there. Oh man, this looks so good. Ah, yes. You can see how nice it looks. The suede against the suede headliner looks so good. Okay, let's put all the rest in. Okay, hopefully on this side you'll see it better. Actually, I'll open this door. Listen to the sound. And now, the screw. Nice. Now look at that. Now I kinda want to put Alcantara on the dashboard as well. Actually, this tape was from the police wiring. We no longer have police stuff in here. Oh yeah. Alright, the last piece of the headliner drama are the sun visors. And what I need to do, paint this bit with fabric paint, paint this bit, the plastic bit of the mirror with trim paint, paint this one with trim paint, although when this is bearing in here it will most likely take off the paint, but hopefully it will take it off only where the actual bearing is and the sides will remain black. Paint this bit with fabric with trim paint. And I was thinking so much, how can I do that? Because how can you paint here and have nice line around it and get the paint stick underneath this? And I figured out you can pop this off. You cannot pop the mirror off unless you completely remove the fabric, although that's a venture I don't want to take because I have no idea how they stitch this up from the outside. I suppose there are specific machines to do that, but I don't have that. So popping the trim off like this, painting it with trim paint, and paint that with fabric paint. Let's do it. A pair of new sun visors are like 150 pounds. Well, that's like $200 US. That's more than what I paid for the whole suede and the glue. So in my opinion, that's not worth to spend so much money just on the sun visors alone. And that's a budget build, so we'll do the best we can without breaking the bank. We'll see how far we can get with only a couple of £1,000. And this will be still way less than what the car retails for. I need to tape up this connectors so paint will not get in them. Some people are removing these stickers for the airbag, but in my opinion that's a safety thing and it should remain on the car. If someday I decide to sell it and a mom buys the car and they want to put their child in the front seat facing with the back towards the airbag, and God forbid if they got into accident, I don't want to be responsible for removing that sticker and they wouldn't know. I'll tape this up when I'm painting it, paint the rest, remove the tape, and the sticker should stay. Okay, now I'll degrease it so the paint will have better chance to stick. 99.9% alcohol. To keep the stickers safe, I'll tape them up with masking tape, and because you can see the sticker through the tape, I'll just cut fine line with a scalpel blade, so I'll make sure that I'm not painting over it. Okay, so the sun visors are now all taped up and degreased. I have them clamped upright. There is a tiny gap here so the paint can go behind this, and on this one as well. I have them upright so I'll be able to spray both sides at the same time, and plus in the directions of this spray paint it says to use the spray can upright, because I suppose if you hold it like this it won't spray properly, or like that. Well, that's with most paints, but anyway, it says suitable for leather, vinyl and most fabrics. This is most fabrics, so I never used this before. It's relatively expensive for the small quantity it is, 65 grams of paint, but we'll see how good it is. So it will be either a win or massive L, so let's find out. Hey kid. Okay, so first layer in. Now I know why they say keep the spray can upright, because after I sprayed this side, when I flipped to the other side to spray down this area, when I held the can like this, there was barely any paint in it and it was just spitting air instead of paint. So far, one can is gone. I have 3 of them. And look at, that's not very dark. It's not black at all. The tape is, but I guess the fabric absorbs all the paint. Hopefully the other 2 cans will be enough to spray the whole thing and make it black, because so far it's not promising. This looks like it will be a big L. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope the other 2 cans are enough. If not, I'll have to buy more cans. This time around I'll spray paint the bottom section where I have to hold the can in a little bit of an angle on both sides, and then I'll move to the flat areas. Okay, so this is coat number 2. It got quite darker already, but it's not as black as I wanted to, because you can see how black the sticker is, and the fabric is way lighter color. It's like dark gray, not black. But I think that the problem is not with the paint itself, it's with that fabric, because it's absorbing most of the paint, and that's why we cannot see it as black as you can see it on tape. Most likely this paint will be really good for vinyls and leather, but I don't think it's as good for this kind of material. So what I'll do next, I'll wait for that coat to fully cure before I spray another one. So hopefully this will prevent the paint from sucking inside even more, and we'll see how it will look. So I'll allow about half an hour before I put the last coat in. Alright, this is my last can of paint. The game plan is, because this is what you normally see from the sun visor while it's inside the car, and maybe around this side and on the sides, but you won't normally see this side because this will be against the roof. So I will just do a thin coat, one more thin coat on this side. I won't even focus on the bottom areas like I did before on the first 2 coats, because you can see how much paint is getting lost at here while I'm spraying down this way. So I'll leave this side as it is, because this will be against the window so nobody will see it. Not against the window, but it will be inside the headliner, so it won't be visible. And now put as many coats as possible, as saturated layer as possible on this side, basically, and here on these edges, outside edges. And hopefully I'll get it as black as it can be. I think that my plan worked, because look at how dark the sun visors got. I'm really happy how it looks so far, and actually have some more paint so I can do one more coat on this side. I did do a light coat on that side as well. It's nice and dark. It's not as dark as it can get, but still it's nice and dark, and again, nobody will see it unless you open the thing to fix your makeup or hair. I think it looks quite dark now. Okay, so now because I have very little paint left in here, I'll do final coat only on this side and maybe on the edges, and this will be it. Always wear protection. Oh no! Okay, so about a few hours later, they are dry to touch, not sticky at all, not leaving any residue. So now I'll remove the masking and I'll start painting. I'll rub the whole thing and I'll start painting the plastic. Oh my god! Look at all this area here that I didn't paint it. When it was sitting like I could not see at all that it's not painted underneath here. Fuck me. Oh my days. Yeah, I'll have to buy new spray paint. What? What's making that sound? What is this? What? That's weird, man. What the heck is this? Brr. We covered a lot today. What do you guys think? Do you like how the suede looks on the headliner? And seriously, what the heck was this thing in the woods making that sound? Let me know in the comments. I'll put links to all the products I used in the video description in case you want to refresh your interior as well. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.